the Registrar of the Medical Council of Nigeria, you are heartily welcome, sir. National Industrial Court, I beg your pardon, Justice Adejuwo. We have in the house the immediate past Executive Secretary of NUC, the distinguished Professor Julius Okoje. You are heartily welcome, sir. Of course, we have the Vice Chancellor of JABU. We have the representative of the Vice Chancellor of Landmark University. We have the immediate past Vice Chancellor and indeed the pioneer Vice Chancellor of this university, Professor Sidi Osho. You are heartily welcome. May I have Tolu on this side of the hall, please? Tolu. Tolu, please. This is one.
Welcome to the 5th Convocation ceremony and the Convocation lecture. Ambassador Alhaji Yale Ahmed. May I also welcome amongst the very honorable distinguished guests and one of the honorary alumni of this university, Justice Ayola. May I also welcome the head of Emmanuel Chambers, Mr. Oludaramola. Another alumna of the university, former secretary of the Nigeria Universities Commission, Professor Julius Okoje. You're welcome, sir. I welcome the Pro-Chancellor of our university, Professor A. You are highly welcome to this 5th Convocation ceremony, Convocation lectures. We welcome royal fathers and representatives of different institutions. I would like to welcome the Alaye More of Efon Alaye, Kabiyesi Oba Aladejare. You are welcome to our convocation ceremony. May I please correct that the head of chambers, Mr. Oludaramola, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Leonard Silk, please permit my errors. Thank you very much, sir. As the day goes on, we'll continue to introduce our guests. The guest list is being passed on and we'll continue the introductions. But we wish to welcome you all to the 5th Convocation ceremonies. We welcome the trumpet and the royal father, the host royal father, and royal fathers in company, the Ewi of Ado-Ekiti. We welcome you, Kabiyesi, to our midst. We would like to say that we are grateful to all who have made this date with us. Kabiyesi, you are welcome. All the guests on the top table, you are highly welcome. The lecture will start shortly. We have invited guests who are already seated. The guest lecturer and the guest speaker of today delivering the convocation lecture is already seated. You are welcome to a day of full events. We have this morning the convocation lecture, and in the course of the day we're also going to have the commissioning of the ultra-modern 400-bed teaching hospital at 11:30, and later this evening or in the afternoon we're going to have a fundraising in support of the Abuad Teaching Hospital before we go to the Founders Dinner.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, with your permission, may I invite to this side of the hall the President and Chief Executive Officer of Project CURE, Dr. Jacinto. Please come to this side of the hall. The same goes for Dr. Ann Coxon, the President of the Industrial Court, Honorable Justice Adejumo. Please, sir, be upstanding and make your way to this side of the hall. Thank you very much, sir. Professor, Ambassador, Senator, you always say aye. You're welcome, sir. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please, may we welcome His Royal Highness, Dr. Ado Ibrahim, a very good friend of the house. There's hardly anything we do in this university that Baba is not with us. We appreciate you. You're welcome, sir. Please, we need an usher on the podium. We need an usher on the podium, please. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have to go straight into the business of the day, and that is the convocation lecture to be delivered by a great operator, having been a vice chancellor before, a consummate regulator, having been the executive secretary of the AUC before, the distinguished Professor Peter Bukola. You are welcome, sir. Let's celebrate the guest lecturer, the convocation lecturer, Professor Peter Bukola. You are heartily welcome, sir. But before he gives his lecture, may I invite my colleague, Afe Babalola, the university orator, to say a word or two about Professor Bukola. Afe Babalola, please.
The Chancellor, sir, ladies and gentlemen, the guest lecturer, Peter Bukola, is a distinguished professor of science education, have the guest speaker. I have the honor of inviting the University Vice Chancellor to welcome the guests, and then afterwards we shall have the guest lecture. So may I humbly invite the Vice Chancellor of Afe Babalola University. A round of applause for Professor Michael Ajushafe. Thank you very much.
Your Excellencies, Your Royal Highnesses, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, permit me to adopt the already established protocol. On behalf of all of us in this world-class university, that is Afe Babalola, event for this ceremony. You will all enjoy it. So on behalf of all of us, I thank Professor Bukola for coming, and I wish him success in the delivery. Please relax and let us listen to a world-class lecture for a world-class university by a world-class academician. Thank you very much.
University, we have decided that before the lecture, we will take the national anthem. Media, please, can I have the national anthem? May we all rise for the national anthem. Officials of state and government, students, staff, friends, and well-wishers, may we all rise for the national anthem. The national anthem will be followed immediately with the university anthem. Thank you. Award anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, whilst we were taking the anthem, we welcome a great friend of the founder, a man who honors our founder and our university, Chief Adeojo, the founder of Eliza Day and chairman of Eliza Day across the nation and across the world, Eliza Day University and Eliza Day Motors. We also welcome the registrar who's with him of Eliza Day University, Prince Omololu Adejero. You're welcome. Chief Michael Adeojo, founder Eliza Day University. A round of applause for him. We have welcomed the Ata of Ibira land, His Royal Highness Dr. Ado Ibrahim. We welcome the acting CMD of the Federal Teaching Hospital, KK Raymond. You're welcome. I'm welcoming our guests. Just coming in now is the Chief Servant, former Governor of Niger State, Dr. Afe Babalola. Please, a round of applause for him. Having guests from across the nation, like our founder said at one of our convocation ceremonies, when we welcomed one of the former presidents of Nigeria, our university indeed is what you can call a federal university. Chief Servant, Dr. Afe Babalola, you are welcome to our university, Africa's fastest growing private university. We welcome the Ewing Council, we welcome Kabiesi, Obadejribe and all the chiefs. We welcome Yeyesho, Olori Adejribe and all the chiefs and all who have come with them. We welcome you to Afe Babalola University. Here today we have the Vice Chancellor of Ekiti State University, Professor Samuel Oyebandele. Please, a round of applause for him, ladies and gentlemen. Here seated today, you have members of the faculty of the host institution, the university that has kept faith with vision, the university that has continuously represented Nigeria in and across the world. We welcome now, fully robed, the Convocation guest lecturer, Professor Peter Bukola. May we all rise to honor the guest lecturer as he comes robed, prepared for this convocation lecture. A round of applause for him. We welcome you to this occasion. Thank you very much. Of trustees of Caleb University and the chairman of council, Crawford University, Igbesa, Ogun State. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the guest lecturer, Professor Peter Bukola.
The Chancellor, thank you. Chancellor, that's all right. Thank you. Thank you. Chancellor, founder, our daddy, Afe Babalola, and mommy, his darling wife, the Pro-Chancellor and Chair of Council of Africa's best private university, Afe Babalola University. I can see that the former Executive Secretary of the National Universities Commission, who is also a graduate of this university, is clapping already. Pro-Chancellor, I was trying to recognize you, and Chair of Council, Professor Ambassador Senator I, Vice Chancellor, Principal Officers of this university, Your Royal Majesties, great Abuites. I can't hear you. I'm going to be one of you tomorrow. I'm going to be a graduate of Afe Babalola University tomorrow. Great Abuites. No. That's still too for a world-class university. Great Abuites. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm indeed very honored to be asked to give this convocation lecture as we mark the 5th convocation of this great university. I'd like to begin by thanking the founder, Afe Babalola. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, if you ask me to name a Nigerian who has contributed the most to Africa's development within 3 constellations of sectors: law, education, agriculture, and community service, and the winning name for me and for most people is Afe Babalola. Unlike other competitors for this award, who are narrow in their sphere of influence in just one sector, say education or health or agriculture, Afe Babalola's contributions straddle several sectors. His multi-billion naira food security footprints are visible to all, especially in Nigeria. On the legal front, he has contributed positively in shaping the law practice in Nigeria, in other African countries, and elsewhere in the world. Training and mentoring lawyers who now occupy top positions in the judiciary, bar and bench. In the education sector, he has blazed the trail in top-level governance in the university system, having served as chairman of pro-chancellors and a chairman of council like no other. Listen to me. Chairman of council like no other for the 64-year-old University of Lagos. And we are aware that, you see, the National Universities Commission used to conduct an assessment made up of, or conducted by a very eminent panel from all over the world on governance of our universities. I used to award the best Vice Chancellor of the Year among the universities that existed at that time, and the best Pro-Chancellor or Chairman of Council of the Year. The founder of this university won twice Chair of Council of the Year. Now add the ownership of one of Africa's leading private universities, Abuad, and you cannot fault the claim that Afe Babalola, or Baba Afe, as we, his sons, by the way, I'm his first son, he knows it. I shouldn't fully call him, is in the top list, Ambassador Alhaji Yayale Ahmed, GCFR. You can remove the G if you like. But he is one of the most outstanding Nigerians that I've seen in government service. You can see him. How many of you can stand with Mrs. Clinton on the same platform? You can see that we have with us today a very eminent person, President Alhaji Yayale Ahmed. I also have noted here the current Executive Secretary of the National Universities Commission. But of course, I must not fail to recognize and thank. He has been recognized, but I'd like to thank Professor Julius Okoje for the landmark footprints that you made within the firmament of university education in Nigeria as Executive Secretary. I also have here Dr. Alade Komo. Dr. Alade Komo stands very tall in ICT practice in Nigeria. I also noted Chief Awomolo. Those are the people I met yesterday. I'd like to also pay my compliments to my elder brother who was head of service of Oyo State, Dr. Ebenezer Bukola, Professor Denola Ayonlaja. My wife is also here, Professor Bukola. We are, by the way, presenting this together. So, Madam. Professor Dijia, Vice Chancellor of Caleb University. And you see, when I sat here and I met, I had a little chat with Justice Ayoola, our daddy Justice Yinka Ayoola. He asked me, you are young? I said, no, sir, I'm not young. I'm just 10 years old. And he said, oh, by the way, I'm his uncle because he's 2 years old. So we had a nice laugh here. I'd like to honor you. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you for the service to our great country. Now, come with me on a flight from Ado-Ekiti. By the way, there's an airport. There's going to be an airport here. Not so Baba. Baba is going to have an airport here. Come with me to a place called Cambridge in the U.S. It's in northeastern part of the U.S. called Boston. It's like some suburb, if you like, of Boston. And you'll see a university there that was founded in 1636. If you walk through that university and you came to Afe Babalola University today, you can see the picture that I have under there. Afe Babalola University established 2009. 373 years in between. And you see how close in terms of facilities that the two universities have. That university is Harvard University in Cambridge, USA, and is the leading, over the last 10 years, it has been the leading university in the world. So you can see how close we are. Abuad is just about 8 years old. Harvard established 1636. Do your sums that if we go at the rate we are going, in another 50 years, Harvard will be looking us in front. Don't you think so? So our prayers are for good health and long life for our daddy, Afe Babalola. God will give you long life, God will give you strength, and you will live to reap the fruits of your labor. I'd like to ask God to let you be like 160 years minimum, and we keep going on from that. So look at the other features that we have of Abuad. That's our College of Medicine. That's the Talent Discovery Center. I was at Harvard exactly 11 days ago today. If you look at the time stamp on that picture, 9th of October, 11 days ago. And I had a session at the Radcliffe Institute for Advanced Study. I was actually doing some kind of combination with MIT because the National Universities Commission is setting up the open educational resources. And Chris Mayaki, who is our boss on that thing, is here. And so I had to go to MIT to get some insight on the open educational resources. So I was at Harvard, and I saw that you could do a gap analysis between where Harvard is today and where Abuad is. In little or no time, this university will catch up. I have, let's see how this one plays. Some message from
Harvard University, Cambridge in USA, where I'm bringing greetings. University, Ado-Ekiti, the one and only Abuad. Abuad is now standing very tall as one of the leading universities in Africa. And with our daddy, Afe Babalola, as founder and proprietor, I am sure that because he has standards like Harvard that he has laid down, in not too distant future, it will catch up with Harvard. I wish the university happy convocation ceremony and all the very best. Today is October 9th, 2017. Again, greetings from Harvard to Afe Babalola University.
I also have a few congratulatory messages. They'll be very brief. Now, this one is from the Secretary General of the Association of African Universities, Professor Etienne Egile.
Congratulate Afe Babalola University in Nigeria, who is doing well. And I heard from Uni Africa that they are performing very well. So I wish them well for their 5th congregation convocated for this year.
All right, let's take the last congratulatory message.
My name is Fred Awa, an officer of the Global University Network for Africa. For those who do not know, do not know, GUNI is a creation of UNESCO. It was created in the year 2000, and we have keenly followed the activities of Afe Babalola University over the years. And I want to congratulate the university on its 5th convocation ceremony. It is important to inform that we have examined the operations of the university over the years, and we want to say that the university qualifies for our prestigious GUNI Award for Innovation in this particular year, 2017. I do want to express my sincere appreciation